I was in the school and teacher said me to read a paragraph in by read a book, and I get up, I started reading. As soon as I started reading, my mind was I was making and degenerate thoughts in my mind. Like, literally started laughing in the few words that I started. I wasn't able to focus. What is the problem? Technology is increasing in our lives. It's becoming harder to understand. If we can't learn them, we will be going to left behind. Like I was, I. What is the problem is that I can't even focus on even some words that i- is like next to me. I can't even focus to read that thing. To produce any valuable something valuable, it requires intense concentration that I like. It requires instant concentration, but I wasn't have anything like that. For this guide I have read deep work full guide to understand about deep work. I'm a good man, bro. So step 0, understanding productivity. I wake up even if I didn't want to. I was tired, sleepy, sleep deprived, because my sleep wasn't enough. I need to write a script, but in few minutes I quit. I wasted my whole day because of I can't even focus on something. I was sleep deprived, and I say to myself, I will do it tomorrow. And you know that, bro, that tomorrow doesn't come. Our work is based on knowledge. You can't measure it like old labor work where they used to measure time in labor work. Like our new world make us to believe that busyness is productivity. Means having, if you are busy then it's you are productive, bro. It's productive. Replying fast, spending time on social media, it's productive, bro. Do you really think productive means, if like people say that if you live away from social media, we have been seen as suspicious, which is not. Why do you think it's not productive? Actionable step for you is, don't think productive means busyness. It's not. Productivity is having mind when you are working, not zero thoughts in your mind. Not just you're working and you have like different thoughts in your mind. You're thinking about the movie that you have watched recently. It's not productive, bro. You're not in the present moment. You are in the past and future moments. That we should not be going to produce any high value things that you want in your work. If you are not producing anything high value, you are going to left behind, because there are options available. There are people available who is more developed than you. If you are not developed, you are going to stay behind, because you are not producing anything valuable. Just you're not focused in intense focus. So actionable step here for you is, don't think busyness is productive, which is not. Benefits of deep work. When we perform deep work, we and avoid shallow work. We immerse deeply in it. We perform to the we reach to like a potential where our mind is to its high level, and we perform satisfying positivity in our heart, that When we perform something challenging, we immerse deeply in it. We perform our best, because when you perform, like, imagine you are a runner, like, and you are reaching your potential, you are challenging yourself. You're not going to think what the benefit of it, because you are reaching your potential. That you can't be if you are just doing your shallow work. If you are focused, like, where you are just focusing on the one particular thing which is more means to you, a lot to you, then you are going to feel that passion, compassion in your heart, because you love that thing. And when you work, you give your best. You, like, stretch your brain to the level that he performs more, he creates more output. Like, if you are a singer and you are just wanting to make a new song, want lyrics for your new song, how you are going to get to reaching to your full potential of your brain? Not, I'm not suggesting to physically, but as physical as mentally. When you reach to potential of an outstretch, like in the gym, if you have capacity of doing 10 push-ups and you do 2 and 3 more, how you get happy, means how you get smile in your on your face. That is the same thing happen when you perform deep work, because you feel that energy, because you have seen your potential, how much you can go further. That's you are avoiding because of some shallow work. That is the benefit of deep work. Deep work, our ancestor doesn't used to do live like that, and our generation is missing that. That's why we have problems like that. Bro, but I can't focus. Why you can't focus, bro? Because you're just stumbling the and surfing the internet. We get distracted easily by simple tasks, easy tasks, when you don't have specific things on your mind. And what is that? Specific things means something that which is you shouldn't be doing. If for me, let's say it's recording a video, and if I'm not recording and if I cope and say procrastinate, what I will do is just some kind of logo changing and everything. That's not my work. It's just shallow work, and I am procrastinating. What is the main thing that produce high value? Like Pareto's 80-20 rule. What is the 20% thing that produces 80% thing in your work? Work on it, not just 80% thing that are low value, because it's not providing any that much value that you should be getting from 20% things. Step 2, set up deep work. Schedule it in a way, like it should follow some deep work with shallow work, because when you have, like, when you have some work and you are just focusing on that work, you should follow some shallow works too, that where or which is like when you only just work for some time for only deep work, then you will get distracted on a lot of things on your free time. So it I prefer you to just add some shallow works too. And when you have shallow works with deep work, it will make uh, best outcome for you, that you can become like availability and everything for others, for your family members, for your loved ones and people. And rather than deciding with like when to work, when to perform deep work, do it in a savory every single day at the same time. Because when you like kind of think when you are going to perform deep work, and thinking like where should I perform deep work, when I should perform deep work. It is going to take lots of energy from you when performing deep work, and it will make easy for you when you have fixed place and everything. There's no fixed deep work rituals. It's depend on you what you prefer. If you prefer like at in the night, when because when you know yourself more than anyone, when you know when you perform best, when you can work deeply, when there is no one to interact with you, and when you can create most outcome. When you have selected the time and everything where you will going to perform and which place it will be, because there's nothing else, like you know that there are some places where you can't work deeply. There will, like, someone is going to mess up with you. It's depend on us how to self ourselves, which is best for us, and how we can perform best. But there are some rituals that will you should follow, that will help you to make it more understanding about deep work, and how you will set up best to get most out of it. Where you will work and how long, like it should be specific. Where you will work without distraction, select specific time slot. It will be easy to get into deep work same time every single day, because when you have select a time slot in a day, like if it's in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the night, maybe it can be any time. When you know that you will perform best, then that will the time you will perform your deep work every single day. I prefer you to do that thing every single day, but it's up to you. Actionable step here is to find a distraction free place where you can work without distraction every single day. It's just easy as that. Just find a place where you can work without distraction every single day at same time. Same time is for making you better understanding and getting into flow state naturally. Like you don't need to focus or everything. You're going to eventually follow that thing. How you will work once you start to work. Your ritual need to be like specific, and there are something yet you should understand, like how you will work when you are going to start your work. It should be like your rituals need rules and process to keep your effort structure. Without the structure, you will have to think again and again what you should do, not do in these sessions, like not opening social media or using music and listening music and talking with friends. You have to think about it. But when you have like structure, like you are not going to open anything, you are not going to use your phone until you finish the deep work block. That's is the best thing, because it will make it easy for you to set up. Actionable step here is for to set up ritual and metric for your deep work, like block social media or turn off your phone while you are working deeply, while you are in the slot of deep work. You can also maintain a metric such as how many words you have write, how many things you have worked, like to progress you have did in that work. It will make easy to understand your progress. Otherwise you will, it's hard to measure it, like deep work. What is the benefit of deep work when you are not seeing any progress? You will feel but not see. To seeing that progress, you need to have some progress too. That will help to give you some motivation. How you will support your work. Your brain need energy to perform work or maintain energy. It can be anything. If you think like when you get a coffee or tea or anything, you you shouldn't be drinking, but if you think that's which make you more alert, more focused, then you should have some in your rituals too, like fixed structure rituals. As I said, it should be systemized, or you lose mental energy in the middle of the deep work where you are just hungry and you can't focus or you want to eat something or you want to drink water. You will, when you perform deep works, you will notice that what is the thing that you need. If your throat gets like hurts when your work is something which where you have to talk, that means you need some water in your systemization, so that you can, when you have those things implemented or structure before you need, then you don't have to go and get a water bottle and everything, where you talk with someone and your mind gets sapped, like you lost your 30 minutes of attention where you could have worked more. So actionable step here is to find out the thing to maintain energy for your brain, like coffee, cup of coffee or water bottle in your deep work rituals. 4DX framework. It is a framework which will help you to become more, like, to understand deep work more specifically and make it more advanced, to level it up in your deep work. Focus on the widely important. The more you will try to accomplish, the less things you will produce. Like, you have know someone which they said like, I work 20 hours a day, bro. I work not 20 but something like that, bro. You know that when someone talk about in hours, like I work that much, but the more you try to accomplish, the less valuable things you will produce. Focus on the most important thing to do, like which is the most important thing in your work, and just work on that thing, which will give you more outcome in long term. Not just focus on try to do something everything your own. Actionable step here is for you, work only on the most important thing in your work. The most important thing, it for me it can be just recording. For a writer it can be just write, not just changing the logo of everything. And don't do that thing. If you have shallow work, then just for time you can. So discipline to act on the lead measures. Lead measure is like instant progress toward your goals. The one thing you have selected, like if it's recording, so lead measure for me it can be how many videos I have recorded. For a writer it can be how many words they have written, the progress they have made in their work. Or it can be how many deep work hours they have spent, like how many hours do you have worked deeply. Actionable step is measure deep work hours spent every day and a habit tracker of deep work. Spend time on, like it will take some 15 minutes or so to understand and write the, like, collect the data or everything. But it is very helpful for future self, your future self, to keep accountable. Discipline 3: keep a compiling code board. Having data of deep work, like as I said previously, is very beneficial for you, because you will know that how many time it will take to do something. Like if it's to complete a book, how many time you will have to take deep work slot to complete that book. Really most important is when we start new project, we have already written, collected data in maybe some Apple Notes or Notion template, everything you prefer. And if you are Android user, you can use Notes too. There's no such thing. You just need a data collected. Actionable step is write data of deep work. When you end deep work, like when you ended deep work, it is the best time to write down everything, that like how you feel, what you have structure you have followed and everything. Not just like whole paragraphs, just some in 2 3 sentences to understand the future self of you, who will going to understand what he did and how he accomplished that much. You will not, you don't need to remind it, and you are not going to remember that what you have did. Discipline 4 is create a cadence of accountability. Review deep work data weekly. Weekly is like when you review it weekly, like how the data I said to make, it will make easy for you to understand what you are doing wrong. If it's like you are eating before it deep work and you are feeling kind of sleep deprived and everything, you are going to see this, like I need to get a full sleep to and full recovery to get most out of my deep works. That is the thing I'm doing wrong. It helps you to understand what you have done previously, like in a whole week, how much you have progress you have made. That is the thing you should make. Actionable step here is for you: review weekly deep work data and make changes according to it, what needed for you. For be lazy. Our mind need rest time too. You will think that, bro, I will work whole time deeply and I will break it, but your mind need rest too. Imagine if you are just working, and but your brain is sleep deprived. How you can create something beautiful, something valuable? You need you need to get your mind to its full potential. It's more, but it should be, he needs to get some rest too. It's like in the gym, if you not like how you will going to, when you get most out of your workout sessions, it's by following the recovery. In the recovery we get we gain our muscles, not in the gym, bro. That's how the same thing is. Trying to work little more, even if work is done, will reduce effectiveness. Like it's deep work you have follow, and you are just trying to accomplish more in the night, and your brain is just thinking about it. Your brain will not going to get rest. It needs some, it will feel tired on another day, like in the gym, where you have just never giving time rest and time for your muscles to recovery. That is the same thing for your brain too. It needs rest and sleep. It will be shut down time for your brain. There is an experiment of two groups given a task of backward digit span. It's a It's a experiment. I'm not going to give you some scientific knowledge. Don't quit, bro. Just listen it. I will not make it difficult for you to understand. One group sent to walk in nature and other sent to center of the city. Nature group perform well. Spending time in nature increase our ability to concentrate. Like imagine when you have concentration, you will say that, but I can't perform uh, deep work. I can't concentrate. Why do you? Why you will concentrate? You are just scrolling Insta, and as I said, when you someone calls you, your mind gets sapped. 30 minutes. It can't be focused on something like it can, but it reduces your effectiveness. Then you are scrolling Insta and getting dopamine for like in seconds, in milliseconds, bro. How you are going to focus on and concentrate on something where you have to focus deeply, maybe hours? How you can? Because you doesn't understand what concentration is. You're just scrolling Insta and social media. Don't do that thing. But you will say that, but I don't have nature, bro. Just just find a place where you can concentrate or become like distraction free environment where there is no one, not for work, for giving your mind to increase your focus. The work we do in the evening time after finishing work, it's low value, shallow task which is not that effective. You need to understand that. People try to accomplish everything like changing your logo and thumbnail, and then thumbnail is still not that bad, but changing description and everything, bro, don't do that shit. Just focus on your work, and if the work is done, you can do if you have free time left, so that you don't indulge in bad habits, bro. Don't lie to me. If you have free time, just indulge in those bad habits, don't you? If those time will shallow work, then it's fine. But if it's time to rest, give your time for your brain, then give that time. Commit to yourself. When work is done, you don't allow even smallest thing to interrupt you and in, uh, disturb you. When work is done, just you don't even think about it. Means think, you should excessively think, but not when it's time to talking with your family members and everything, not checking emails of the work you have done. That will reduce your effectiveness on the other day. Can you get it? You need to understand it. When work is done, it's done. Don't try to accomplish, bro. Actionable step is make a list of the tasks you will do on the next day on deep work. When when you shut, like it's a shutdown time, and you will think that, but I have some work to left, bro. I can't leave that thing. But make shutdown rituals at the end of the workday to remind yourself the incomplete task list of tasks you will do. Like when you have some work to left and you just turn it off, and you will going to see that you are getting thoughts of that, like I have to complete that draft, or I have to record that video, bro, in whole day, and you will reduce the effectiveness of, because of that work task you have didn't committed, and it will going to process in your mind that this is the task I have to complete tomorrow on deep work. Why you are giving your mind to do that thing and taking so much effects from him? You can make a list of the tasks that you will complete on the next day, on the next deep work block. If it's you like to do in 2 blocks in a day, like in the morning and in the night, then it's fine. because if you can, then do it. But in the time frame of between those blocks, you are going to see, like, if you haven't done something you should be do, like scripting. I need to script the video, and script is halfway done and halfway is uh, incomplete. I have to complete it. So I have to think the whole time of, like, I need to complete that thing on next day. But if I had a list written in the block, in the maybe in the Apple Notes or Android Notes or in the Notion page, or maybe even on a paper, but paper is just too much for you. You can make on notes, Apple Notes or everything. Make it a list so that you, when you going to perform deep work, you will have a list, like what task you have to do, which task you have leave incomplete or everything. But I suggest you to complete some tasks, but some tasks are very large that you can't, like, completing a book, bro, you can't complete in a one sitting. So it will easy for you to understand what specific task you are going to complete. Like, I will record this video on the next deep work block. You can say that it will be easy for you to remind yourself, oh, I need to complete that task. I have incompleted in previous block. Actionable step is make a list of the task you will do. Step 5, increase concentration. I sit down for work and I don't know what I should be do. I was surfing the net and surfing and finding a, bro, I'm working, bro. I'm just finding my work. And after some time later, maybe after finishing that block of deep work, I realized I didn't work. My mind's wandering, my monkey mind is wandering and surfing the net. I I wasn't productive. If you check phone when you get some time, maybe when you don't have work, like scrolling Insta or checking messages, then your mind will not uh, concentrate on that thing. This thing you should be focus on. Checking messages will, then your mind will stick with one task and concentrate on one task, like deep work. Even if you schedule regular time for concentration, when you have that time frame and you are just scrolling Insta, if you don't have work, then your mind will can't focus on that thing. If it's work block, then if you don't have work, then don't do anything else, but sit down for and think about work. Don't scroll when you have free time, because it will make harder for your brain to understand the ritual that you have scheduled. It's hard for him to concentrate next day, deep work block. To wait and be bored is incredibly valuable from concentration perspective. The ability to concentrate is a skill which you must be trained, bro. Because when you can concentrate on the work, then you can outgrow anyone. If you can't focus for an hour, so there are guys who can work for hours. How you are going to compete with them? How you are going to make it something valuable? To increase the capacity of thinking deeply, practice productivity meditation. It's a different meditation, not just the meditation I have recommended it so many times. It's for to increase the capacity of thinking deeply. It's a meditation of physical meditation, not mental meditation, where you use physical activity to focus on just one, the most important thing in your work. Like I prefer walking. Walking is like walk, and if you have distraction free environment, then or nature environment like as I did, then you can prefer walking. Walk and just think what you should be doing for maybe hour every single day, maybe 15 minutes every single day. It will be beneficial for your health too, but it's not for health and for anything. It's for to think deeply for just your work. You're not performing work, you're just thinking about the work. Actionable step is add walking in your schedule every day, distraction free, where you will only think most important thing in your work, not just you're walking and checking insta and scrolling your phone. That's not the work I am suggesting, the walk I am suggesting, and not listening the music. It's just distraction free. The walking is not for your health, it's for thinking about it, but it will beneficial for you too, for your health too. To produce high quality work, multiply it by intense work that you have follow with focus. The intensity of focus, that is going to give you the output that you want. When you multiply spend time into intensity of focus, it's like it will going to give you how many outcome you have produced. It's not, it's busyness, it's not shallowness, it's just the time you have spent like deep work and intensity to produce high quality work. You're understanding? The deep work blocks with focus, and the time you have spent on those deep works will going to give you the high productive, high valuable thing that you have produced. That's for it, bro. It takes so much time to complete those guides, but I genuinely think this is going to help you. And I know that I have covered the half book and half I did it, because the it's like quitting social media of that chapter. So I think I have completed and covered in the previous guides of addictions and habits. You can check that out too, bro. It's taking so much time to complete that this kind of guides, and I genuinely think it's valuable for you. Will genuinely help you. Sorry if I just mess up somewhere, because it's hard to record it. It's my nose is blocked, but like it, bro. I just like love it. And comment below that if you have some problems facing those guides, or the problems you want to solve in future guides. I'll genuinely reply it, bro. I'm not a some egoistic, or I'm available for you. If you can give me some suggestion, it will be genuinely be valuable for me. It will like win-win for both of us. You will going to solve your problems, and I will going to get the suggestion, the things that you want to solve. Comment down it below, bro, or share it if you can. Or if don't bullshit like uh, guys, like and subscribe, bro. I don't know that thing matters or not, but I'm not that those kind of YouTubers, bro, who will say that like and subscribe and share, bro. Shut the fuck up. Just comment down that if you have followed the advice or not. Just it will be more valuable that if I had help you in some ways. Comment down that how you have get values, or how you implemented and it have help you in some ways. It will be genuinely be helpful, and I will be grateful for you, and the efforts you will take, it will be valuable for me. Thank you for watching to the end, bro.